Brother from another mother. Gargaruna has a work for a willing pugilist.
Tell me, do you know of Professor Eric? He is a scholar of Eorzean military history whose genius is second to none, and he is among our most valued clients. Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty. Never mind all that. The man spends more gil on a moon's research than most people see in a lifetime. Hence our amicable relations. His latest work has him visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts keep man away, and less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reasons, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we will be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community, and so on and so forth. Yes. The point is, the man must needs to be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety. But it turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him, just like an Alamegan. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels endangered, so he has demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Raid. The professor is awaiting his new escort as we speak, and I'd like for it to be you. You are yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task would provide some insight into what the monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild and seek out our good Professor Eric. The professor claims he will pay his debt and the fees for his protection once his research is complete. See to it that our investment doesn't end up under the paw or the maw of some nasty beast. Or in the maw of some nasty beast.
Ah, my perch-prone manservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however asked. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys with armies charging blindly at one another. False! I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands to be those sung of in songs of bards. False! They are here, beneath our very feet, and to find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treatises have you read? All of them? None! Gods, I knew your adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I did not know you actually made efforts to remain so. It matters not. I require only that you work with diligence. Unlike that, Windergelt. Widargelt? Sure, why not? Unlike that Wildergelt buffoon, that man proved to be sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra, or whatever it is those barbarians do all day. I admit he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 nowhere and has yet to return. Do you understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience?
Yeah, sure.
Good. You showed that much promise at least. But let us speak of more of my work. Our first destination is a Silda excavation site in central Thanalan. I believe events of great import to the history of Silda transpired there. Surely if you have ears you have heard of Silda. Or are you deaf as well as dull? Very well. I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Silda was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lalawefu's demise, or the King of Springs as he was known. Despite the success of economic reforms, fomented unrest among the people, resulting in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Silda was Sultan at the time, distant descendant, attack was ordered, and so, irony of ironies, had it been for that horse, yeah. Fascinating, is it not? It is enough to convince one things could not have happened any other way, no? False! One among my colleagues disagreed with this interpretation of events. He claimed to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence, should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices even you. And so we make forth for Silda excavation site in central Thanalan. Travel the way before me to see that it is safe, and once there, set up this aetherometer. And should you ever care to know more of the Eorzean military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm toward some modicum of enlightenment.
Nope, that's a dude. I can just go out. Sure. Central. There we go. I'm just going to fall down here. There we go. Aetherometer, an odd contraption used to measuring surrounding aether levels.
Well done! Now we only need to wait for the aetherometer to gauge the... Huh? There are fiends about, Raid. They are often drawn by the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it.
Okay.
Beat the bloody hells out of the blasted things. There are measurements to be taken. Yes, that's it. That data is flowing now. Here comes our true foe. Most fascinating. This data will prove invaluable. Widogard! Good, so good to drag yourself all this way, you purblind sluggard! Ah, and Raid, you have far exceeded what admittedly low expectations I had of you. I suppose introductions are in order. Far be it for me to deny the realm's unread the comfort of one another's company. Wildegald, Raid, Wildegald, the monk I spoke of sent to me by Gargaruna. I tried to make a pupil of Wildegald as well, but he has little mind for history. His primitive beliefs in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Oh, truly? This is the area which there have been sightings of walking dead? I have heard the tales. Some claim they've seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful. There are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It was as Eric said. Widogard is my name. I am a brother of the monkhood. My order is the Fist of Ralgar. Our way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is the seat of that energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened, and the life force within controlled. Chakra exists in all that lives, in all beings. Yet not all beings can open them. Much training is needed, and great discipline. With these, the life force be commanded. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I've heard of this happening, but never have I seen it. Until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only with the order's leave. But your chakra is awakened. This is clear, and so you are worthy. Many born that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath, and their movements. They will one day be yours, but your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memories enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on an ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The aether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. That is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reasons of his own. The fate favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow ever more. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not. I will see to his safety. Please, brother, the aetherometer. Gather it and bring it to the Goldsmith's Guild.
Well, look who has decided to grace us with his presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I was just about to begin my analysis, so if you've matters you wish to speak on, I ask you save it for...
A therometer. Yeah, I did that. Alright.
You've brought a therometer. Excellent. I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now let us see what discoveries await. Why did Gelt pass along a soul crystal to you? Moved to join the monkhood by that bone-headed clod, were you? Well, I suppose it is for the best that my pupils get along. But I do believe I will see to it that you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements, and I dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with dangers. You had best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to defend yourself, and me besides.
Guided by the souls of monks past, you have opened a chakra within you. Insulted Intelligence. Professor Eric seeks to measure the aether of more ancient battlegrounds.
Ah, just the people I was hoping to see. I was a hair's breadth of setting out on my own. To look at you? Yes, I dare say you appear to have been growing in brawn at the expense of brain. Right, well, let us measure some aether, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Oh, and the monk simpleton, of course. Though, contrary to his nature, he has already set out for the destination I assigned him. Thinking perhaps that you are far too stupid to take, much less understand etheric readings? It is true, you are stupid. But the aetherometer shall do all the work for you and transmit the data back to me. As souls more suited to action, the monk simpleton and yourself need only carry the device on your person and set about beating on things as you always do. It shall capture data as you trudge about hither and yon. Aether is not the only source of all magics, but also the font of all life. Yet despite its ubiquity, it remains imperceptible. When a living thing dies, the aether comprising its life is released. When this discharge takes place, a portion of that aether remains, lingering in the physical world. No doubt that you have ethereal crystallizations, physical manifestations, apparitions of the deceased, luminescent glow, known as the etherical threshold. In short, the more violent and dramatic the loss of life, the greater of amount of aether left behind, either in its imperceptible form or in its crystallizations. And where are the most lives lost in this manner? Cemeteries? No, false, you idiots! Battlefields! Do you not see? With etheric readings of those locations, we can discern the scale and more of the battles that took place there. As for those fool beliefs the monkhold keeps, chakra and spiritual energies and whatnot, if I were to allow that they truly exist, I would be inclined to say that they are one and the same as aether itself. The aether churning around these ancient battle sites comes to naturally settle in the surrounding life, both plant and animal, though more so in the latter. It accumulates within them. Felling these beasts then release that aether, causing a surge that resonates with the ether within you, causing it to expand, the so-called opening of chakra. By this, the very power of life itself within you grows. A watered-down explanation, but adequate for one of your mental prowess, I believe. My own wife never had the patience for such things either, nor my passion. She cursed me in my work, took our children, and returned to Alamigo. And now is not the time for that tale. The area I am placing in your charge is Bloodshore in eastern La Nocia. Place this aetherometer in an appropriate location, and after a spell retrieve it and bring it to me.
I obtained the data I require, and you and the monk simpleton are afforded the chance to indulge your, how should I put it, charming little backward fantasies. All are happy. Ideally, I would prefer you have a knowledgeable understanding of Bloodshore's history, but I fear we lack the time for me to educate you. I need hardly tell you that my research takes precedence over your schooling.
Have you brought the aetherometer? Seems the device has suffered some damage. I suppose such things are unavoidable in this line of work. I must see to its repairs at once. This is, after all, why I put up here in the Goldsmiths Guild. My aetherometer is no ordinary device. I came up with the elaborate design myself, and had the finest engineers at Garland Ironworks draft the schematics, and then commissioned the most talented goldsmiths to fabricate it. Widargelt delivered the results of his outing not long ago. I must insist that you take your leave of me now. There's a wealth of data for me to analyze, and I fear that simply having you nearby will somehow affect the processing power of my brain. Repairing the aetherometer and determining which locations to next investigate will require some time. Why don't you go train those muscles of yours, or whatever it is you do in my absence? You have opened the chakra within you. Sure. Anyway. A slave to the Aether. Professor Eric seeks further aid in his etherical research. Ah, dear Raid, so good of you to trouble yourself to come. Normally I might be cross, but my spirits are far too high just now, and it is you I have to thank. I speak of the data you procured. It's simply marvelous. You have a true gift for grunt work, my friend. I wish I had 100 more assistants just like you. I have been in this field for a very long time, and I have been alone. Ever since that unfortunate mold tea fungus culture incident sparked my passion for research. I regret nothing, Raid. Say perhaps having to share so wondrous a world with souls as unlearned as yourself. Still, your performance has not left me completely bereft of joy. It's rewarding to think that my instruction has guided you to such success. There, how was that? Shall we dispense with any further pleasantries? Very good, then. I made yet another career-defining discovery while pondering which battleground to measure next. Eorzea is home to numerous locations where the Aether is in intensely chaotic state, yet would never played host to any war. My hypothesis was that such flux in the Aether was indicative of a past battle, and all my research was predicated on this. But turn the theory on its head, Raid. If your mind is able, what if the people of the past chose heirs of rolling Aether to hold their battles?
I have already sent the simpleton monk to take measurements at the fire sand banks. As you are doubtless aware, this lies on the border between Alamigo and Gridania, and was the stage of the Autumn War. I ask that you find our monk friend and collect his aetherometer. Manual and tedious, yes, but he has an early make of the device that is unable to transmit data. I gather the numbskull is in Little Alamigo in southern Thanland by this time. You think I ask much of you? False! I ask more! Your other task is to travel to Snake Molt in the South Shroud, and there take measurements with your own aetherometer. I will continue with my research here in your absence. Mind you, if you care to know aught at all of the Autumn War and the fire sand banks upon which it was fought, I will gladly enlighten you. You need only ask. You have come far. It is good to see you, brother. You come from my aetherometer. It is not ready to give. My work is not finished. I came as soon as I was told, but the readings require more time. Do not worry, they will be ready soon. You make for Snake Molt in the South Shroud. Eric believes the aether strong there. Yet that land hosted no great battles. He told me as much this morn. Leave me to my task here. Make for Snake Molt. Take your readings. My work will soon be done. I will bring the device to you. I have troubled you to come here. I will not trouble you to wait. Go. We will meet again at Snake Molt, brother. Nope. There. Aquarium mill, I guess. Yes, I do want to go. Well done, brother. I feel your chakra. It has grown. I hope to arrive before you, but I see I am late. This land's power has gone to you. There's nothing left for me here. It is I told you. We monks travel where our aether flows strong. There we train. The power of the land enters us. Thus our chakra expand. This bonding causes great unrest. The land's energy becomes unstable. It will enter no other until it calms. I feel nothing here, as you would feel nothing at Fire Sand Banks. That land bonded to my chakra, and its aether is now at unrest. The teacher's work means nothing. I took no readings. I meant to hasten here, but I was delayed. There was a gathering of the monkhood. I was summoned to Little Alamigo. The teacher's chidings. Worry not. I will use my device here. Any result will suffice. The man has already reached his conclusion. He'll twist the data to fit. It is a sad existence, to sacrifice all for truth, yet be unable to truly know when one sees it. Speak not of this to him, brother. You see both our aims. Know mine to be more worthy. I tell this to you and you alone. I am of the Alamigan resistance. I fight for freedom from Golemold. I escaped the occupation. I have come here to fight, to gather allies and weapons. But these lands sadden me. The people have forgotten. Alamigo is a distant memory. The resistance here is small. They aid where they can, but it is not enough. This war demands great power. That power lies in the chakra. The teacher is not an evil man, but he thinks only of his work, not the suffering of innocence. His knowledge can be used for good. The battlefields, they can turn the tide. The chakra of many must be opened. If this way is lost to me, no, I will have this power. I must. An end to oppression, an end to starvation. Alamigo will be made free. I will see it done. Forgive my speech. It is a matter close to my heart. I will give you my device, but I ask you say nothing of this to Eric. I beg you, brother. I trust you have returned with both my aetherometers. Please tell me you fumbling dolts haven't managed to damage either of them this time.
Yeah, basically the same thing, just...
All appears to be in order here. These reads from your device. They look very promising. Very promising indeed. I dare say this data may yield revolutionary results. Your chakra opened a bit more, did it? Yes, well, aether is a most mysterious and wonderful thing. I am glad this meaningful research could serve your nonsensical ends as well. Now leave me to my work. Surely you can find some simple way to pass the time? Fighting, say? Or, I don't know, scratching?
pursuit of power. Professor Eric would have you do his bidding yet again.
You two played me for a fool. The data the simpleton monk brought me was absolutely astounding, groundbreaking, revolutionary, yet I remained objective in my analysis as a scholar must. Poring over the data, I finally arrived at a disheartening conclusion. The two of you took measurements of the same area. Their values were near identical, equivalencies mocking me as I struggled to reconcile them. I could neither sleep nor eat lest I waste my time not drawing nearer to the truth. And for what? Tell me. What is it that you two were doing in the field?
Yeah, he kinda...
Bah, not this bloody chakra nonsense again. How many times must I tell you? It is not but imperceptible aether. Call it what it is. And to think I had a mind to put your names under mine when my hypothesis was published. This life force, this spiritual energy, this God's forsaken eternal soul essence. I care not what primitive nomenclature those backward monks wish to assign it. It is aether, plain and simple. They claim they are able to manipulate and amplify it through discipline in the opening of the so-called chakra. False! This is nothing more than the ethereal regulation of organisms, a basic and natural concept, an attempt to explain that which scientists does not fully understand. The monks have erected an institution of control. Their preachings are unassailable by design, for none can disprove the existence of the unknowable. They promise power in return for objection and servitude. Control and power, indeed. Only that of man. It is the very essence of a religion, and should be treated with contempt, as all religions should. Aether resides in all living beings, as do natural mechanisms which the capacity to regulate it. This is simply life, not some mythical supernatural endowment. I concede, of course, that the heightened mental faculties of man allow for the potential to gain conscious control over those mechanisms. Indeed, it would appear that you and the simpleton monk have already achieved that end. The indiscretion and impertinence of youth. Suppose it could be forgiven. Once. In my own youth, I was not the model of perfection you see before you. I too have made some might call mistakes. Not myself, but some. In our talks together, the simpleton monk often spoke of the seventh chakra. Its awakening is thought to be the highest achievement among the monkhood. I make it a habit to know the tenets of my intellectual enemies. It was the flow of the aether within the two of you which betrayed your falsehood, the whispering of your chakra, as I'm sure the monks would rush to call it. But serendipity most often visits the industrious. Just so, it is precisely these ethereal whispers that prove to be the most intriguing. The waves of these sounds resonated perfectly with the aether of the battleground. I can see by your vapid expression that you are missing my point. Allow me to spell it out. It follows that, if one were to visit a battleground with a certain etherical wave amplitude and frequency, it would resonate with one's own aether. This is the phenomenon responsible for initial opening of your own chakra. I cannot believe I'm being reduced to speaking in these terms. It stands to reason that for any ethereal wave, there may be a location that will resonate with it. Think of the implications, Raid. If the seventh chakra the monks speak of truly exists, then so too must an ultimate battleground to bond with it. The concentration of aether in such a place would be unlike anything ever recorded. I forgive your past treachery. Guide me as it did to this great discovery. That, and I need you to do more work for me. Here, take this new aetherometer. Make 4 locks call in the East Shroud. My research indicates it is a very promising tract indeed. Set up the aetherometer as have others in the past, and then kill whatever you must to obtain a strong reading. Okay.
Slain beasts there will release the aether of the land they are steeped in, and it may then resonate with your own. I suppose the primitive terms of the monkhood that would translate into the expansion of your chakra. Oh, and you will not be crossing paths with the simpleton monk this time. I will be sending him to take readings at East End. No intentions of allowing you to conspire to impede my research again. If you care to know more about the events that have transpired at Loxcall, I suggest you pay a visit to your local library. East End, on the other hand, is a fascinating subject of which I never tire speaking. Ask me about it any time if your curiosity ever gets the better of you.
Ah. Wait, what? Oh, a little further. Yeah, well, not my problem. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? There's the thing.
I very much look forward to the readings of both in Wildargelt's aetherometers. What's this? You've already finished? Then what are you standing there talking for? Come, give me the aetherometer. Amazing. Simply amazing. And your soul crystal. It's glowing more vibrantly than ever before, is it not? I will begin my analysis of the data with all haste. You have come to be quite the model pupil, Raid. With that, I could say the same of that monk simpleton. I can see the feeble gears turning in your mind. Come, there is no need to feel shame at your ignorance. If you wish to know what has transpired, you need only ask. I promise to use small words.
Good vibrations. Professor Eric wishes to speak to you about Wildargelt.
The simpleton monk asks that I send you his way should I see you. He waits for your little alamigo in southern Thanaland. Surely you see Wildegalt for the danger he is. He is the most dangerous type of mind, one blinded by revolution and revenge. I do wish you'd tell him yourself that people should live for the future rather than the past. You thought I did not know he was of the Alamegan resistance? How saddening it is that on rare occasions you do trouble yourself to think you are wrong. Of course I know. What manner of imbecile do you take me for? No doubt Wildegalt thinks me the idiot. False! These two eyes see far more than you know. I too am Alamegan, and love my homeland every bit as much as he. Go now, hurry to little Alamigo. I will keep you no longer. No doubt Wildegalt is already awaiting your arrival.
You spoke to Eric. Do not lie to me, brother. You told him who I am, what I seek to do. I am not angered. He tried to sway me from my path. He believes resistance will only leave more dead. I expected as much from him. He feigned understanding. He might ask much of me, of the monkhood and the fist. He asked of the 7th chakra. My answers excited him. He said they would advance his studies. I too learned from him. I am near the 7th chakra now. Soon the resistance will rise. You too will see. Very soon. Others do not understand. L'Amigo tried to protect them. We were the shield of the realm. We bled and fend off Garlemald. None here know our suffering. None here can imagine it. The lives we led after the foe, after the shield was sundered. I've traveled far and wide. I've met many souls, but none are as you. You have a gift. Yours is a great strength. Unite it with ours, brother. Help us reclaim our home. Your efforts will be rewarded. Look upon my garments. This is the war garb of the monkhood. It attunes to the wearer's chakra. It enables it to realize its fullest expression. The cloth is imbued with the power of Raugar. Only monks of his fist may don it. Only those who overcome many trials. I will tell you how it can be yours. Fear not. I require you to speak no vows. I ask only that you fight with us. Give yourself to our cause. You long for adventure, I understand, but such longings can wait. This cannot. See Alamigo freed, then enjoy your own freedoms. What say you, brother?
Okay.
You have a heart of a true monk. You are different from the others in this realm. Hear this. A set of our war garb was stolen. The Fist has tracked the bandits. We know now where 3 of the relics are. Here in southern Thanlan, the Spulture and the Circle of the Tempered, and in northern Thanlan, the abandoned Almajar Mithril Mine. Your soul crystal will react to the relics. Draw near them, and they will glow. By this power you can find them. The Fist's honor has been trampled upon. Make the heretics you find pay for their sins. Eric has sold his soul to this land. But he is a knowledgeable man. He knows more than I of the monkhood, and of the Fist. Speak with him if you would know more of our way. The man revels in hearing himself speak. I await the day we fight side by side, brother. Go now, and go well.
This way? This way. This way. This way. Which way? This way.
There we go. I will get the northern one first, I think. Yeah. Excuse me, pardon me. Get out of my way, please. I'm gonna take your box here, thanks. Cool. Howdy. It's the way out. No. Huh. Never noticed that before. Whatever. Maybe leave. One out. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. Let's see here. Excuse me, pardon me, getting your stuff. Thank you. And where's the last bit? Oh, it's in northern. That's right. Whee! Hi. Don't mind me, just waving my hands in front of this box. Bye-bye.
You have returned. The first 3 relics are yours. And now, the 5th has located the 4th. There is a Kikurin merchant who deals in contraband. The 4th relic is among his wares. Hurry to Lower La Nocia, find this Kikurin, take back that which is now yours by right.
stinky whore come to start Kiki Ruin's business. Come and take shinies. Kill him. Kill the stinky. Don't kill Kikaroon! But please don't kill! Take back my circle! Take it spare!
The fourth relic is now yours. You have done well, brother. But know this, there is another relic, a fifth and final piece. It will be yours, a gift from brother to brother, given on the day Alamigo stands free once more. That day is near. Eric sent word not long ago. He claims his revolution has begun as well. He has made a grand discovery, and is now setting it to paper. I look forward to his work. With it, we will know all we must. The day he finishes will be the day Alamigo is reborn. Return to him now, brother. Ask for yourself when that day will be. May Raugar watch over you.
I'm afraid I haven't time for you now, Raid. I'm penning my thesis based on the etherical data you and the simpleton collected. There have been significant developments since last we spoke, or rather, since last I spoke and you stood before me with that ever-vapid expression. Soon I will compare my work and present it at a conference of my peers. Surely you can pass the time until then punching and kicking and pursuing other monthly interests, yes? Go do that then.
Five easy pieces. Professor Eric looks overjoyed.
My theory was correct! Correct, I tell you! This will be the greatest academic breakthrough of my lifetime! Perhaps of all lifetimes! I shall spare you the details of my experiment, as you are not like to comprehend their significance anyway, and proceed directly to the all-important conclusion. The announcement of my theory before a council of my peers was met with thunderous applause, and I think I owe it all to a vacant-eyed avenger and a simpleton monk. Both you and the Pugilist Guild that sent you are due a debt of gratitude. Speaking of the monk, where in Eorzea has this Smilterite oaf wandered off to? I took note of his attendance among the spectators at the conference, but he is yet to present himself and offer his congratulations. Ah! What have I done? Raid, I fear the words I have offered may have driven Wildergelt to attempt the insane. I analyzed the etherical waves of your bodies, second by second. I was able to isolate and identify the final ethereal regulation mechanism, the so-called seventh chakra. From that, I was able to find the land which was most likely to resonate with those waves. Silvertail Falls! I went to the site myself to investigate. It was there that I made a great discovery. This discovery of the century. It occurs to me that you shall never accomplish such a feat of the mind, Raid, and I find myself pitying you. But I digress. Do you not see what I've done, Raid? I have told him precisely what he must go to unlock the seventh chakra. He has given his life to fight to reclaim Alamigo from the Empire. More than anything, he desires the power needed to achieve that end. The power to combat the might of all of Galmald. Any fool could see that. Almost any fool could see that he imagines the 7th chakra to be that power. Yet battling the Empire on such terms will only result in another tragedy like that which befell Alamigo. I pray you do not mean to follow him into that fool's crusade. He has gone to Silver Tear Falls in Mordona. I am certain of it. You must go, Raid. You must stop him. My words will not sway him, just as they could not sway my son. Perhaps yours will.
You claim to have the power of Garlemald? Fools! Power outside your own cannot be trusted. You had no hope of defeating me. The 7th chakra swells within me. Soon it will open. When it does, the Empire will burn. The power of Magitech, the power of Garlemald. They are nothing. Alamigo fell to these! Ah, brother, you are late. But perhaps that is best. I have just attended to our Garlean guests. I wanted us to be alone. Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakra beat as drums. Do you not feel it, brother? Living in constant fear of death, struggling to stay warm enough to sleep, eating crumbs to fight hunger. Garlemald took everything from Alamigo. They left us with nothing, not even our pride. Look to the craven teacher. He is proof of the truth I speak. I will reclaim it, all of it, but I need great power to do so. That power rests in the 7th chakra. I made you a promise. I have not forgotten. The 5th and final piece. It is yours to claim, but only if you defeat me. I told you when we first met, we must seek sacred ground. There we train. That is how the chakra are opened. The teacher told me himself, this is where the 7th chakra opens. This is my secret battleground. The ground of battle between you and me. Your strength has peaked. Through it, mine will grow. Do not despair. Your death will have purpose. It will be for Alamigo. Rejoice, brother. You shall die a martyr! The 7th chakra must be opened. Only with your death will serve. Alamigo thanks you, brother.
seventh chakra begins to open within you. Feel your wounds knitting.
The seventh chakra, yours, has begun to open. The energy wells within me. Come, let us end this now. But only one can, and it will be mine. The future of Alamigo depends on it. So close. Why? Why will you not yield your power for the greater good? Stay back! This power is mine! The others of Eorzea ignore our suffering. Why should I care for their lives? Why should I care for yours? I must have that power. I must protect my people. Raid. That power.
That light! Never have I seen any like it. Is this the opening of the seventh chakra? Fascinating. Simply fascinating. You have no mind for study, but your gift for fieldwork is extraordinary indeed.
Why? Why did you strike me?
Silence, you bloody fool! You oaf! You idiot! I would strike you 1,000 times more if it did not pain my hand so. Next time I shall bring a stick! Bugger opening your infernal chakra, and open your bloody ears for once! Sid Garland of the Ironworks that bear his name once wrote that these Silverterre Falls lie near the center of our world. Our world is round, and we live on its surface. Even you should see then that he did not speak of a center in the physical sense. I am no astrologian, nor a biologist, but I have studied enough of the various sciences to say this. The vital energy of Hydaelyn, that which is called Aether, is one and the same as the life force in which you monks believe. As the center of our world, these Silverterre Falls are connected to what you call chakra in an inexplicably profound way. We all share the same existence. We are neither separate nor distinct from the world. Our energy and its energy are one. At times, that energy may wreak havoc and destruction, but it plays a far grander and more significant role. To bring forth life, as part of this world, you must endeavor to do the same. You sought only to gain power by force, and that you are no different than the very Guardians you seek to destroy. Is that what you truly wish to be?
You speak pretty words, but would you speak them to our people, to every soul who has suffered? To children with empty bellies, to wives made widows?
I would. To every last soul among them. Even if they fail to grasp their meaning, as you do now, I would, and will speak those words until they are understood. Long have I studied the history of this realm's wars. There is aught I have learned, it is that there is no future for Eorzea should her people struggle and vie for power without considering the consequences of their doing so. With great power comes great responsibility. To seize the former and deny the latter is to begat despair. The duty we owe one another, and to this world as part of it, is to use what power we possess to deliver a future full of life, not death. Can you truly not see the right in this? You have done the realm, indeed the world, a great service, Raid. As a scholar, as a teacher, as an Alamegan, as a man, I offer you my deepest thanks. Aether imbued with an ancient fighting spirit opened your chakra. Wildegout is stubborn, as most monks are. I do not know if it will be possible for him to change his mind, but I pray he does, for his own sake, and for the world's. He calls you his brother. Go now, speak to him as one.
Not long ago, I spoke with a man, an Alamegan. He too was of the Resistance. He asked me a simple question. Why do I fight? I did not hesitate. I did not think. The word came of its own will. Revenge. He said revenge in all of our hearts. That it is the most common of reasons, the easiest, and the most dangerous. I did not think on it then. Perhaps now I should. I thought of nothing else, but you thought of me, brother, you and the teacher. For that I thank you both. I made a promise, and I will keep it. The 5th piece is yours. It is meant for you, for one whose 7th chakra is open. Alamigo fought to protect itself, to protect all Eorzea from the Empire. And yet we are despised, ignored. Worse, we are forgotten. Even so, the teacher preached peace. For a long time, I did not understand. I hated him for it. Alamegans are a proud people. This pride is strong in me, and in the teacher, as it was in his son. He fought in the Resistance, yet it cost him his life. He too cursed his father for being a coward. I wish I could speak to him. I wish to tell him this is not so. Farewell, brother. May Rauga watch over you.